Hello everyone. Well, a warm front tonight and a cold front tomorrow. So rain and snow are going to be covering Wisconsin, but some are going to see a lot more snow than others. We'll get to those snow totals in just a minute, but let's just walk you through today and tonight. And stressing that for much of the day today, nothing is going to be going on. 8 a.m. this morning, the clouds starting to fill in, but completely dry across the state and actually feeling pretty good for mid-January, above normal temperatures, ranging from the mid-20s in the northern part of the state to the mid-30s in spots in southern Wisconsin. But because the clouds are going to be really thickening up, it's going to be cloudy much of the day. Don't look for temperatures to rise very much. So we're going to skip ahead to 4 o'clock this afternoon, and you'll notice that temperatures aren't much warmer than where we started the day. We're only talking about high temperatures, upper 20s in the northern part of the state to a few spots reaching the upper 30s in southern Wisconsin. It's about 4 o'clock that the first few rain and snow showers could begin to pop up in the most southern part of the state, but I do think a lot are still going to be dry. So for southern Wisconsin, I'll mention isolated rain and snow for the homebound commute, but right now looking like more likely that you're going to be dry driving home from work. But by the time we get to 7 o'clock, notice the activity filling in a little bit more across the southern part of the state. At this point, we'll call it mostly scattered light to moderate snow showers. I do think for most in southern Wisconsin, it's going to start as snow. The exception might be around the Racine, Kenosha, and Milwaukee area where it may just be all rain or a rain-snow mix. But I think for most, the temperature is cold enough that it will be snow coming down early this evening. But look what happens when we jump ahead to 10 o'clock. This is the warm front pushing in. So just as the intensity of the snow really starts to pick up across southern Wisconsin, it's going to switch from snow to probably a brief period with sleet, maybe a brief period with freezing rain, and then just plain all rain. And notice at 10 o'clock, we're starting to see the snow push into the northern part of the state, but in the northern part of the state, it looks like it's going to stay all snow. We're not going to see snow change over to rain, so that's going to lead to higher snow totals in the northern part of the state than the southern part of the state. So it's going to be interesting this evening how quickly we change over to rain, from snow to sleet to freezing rain to rain. I do think the transition, once it starts, is going to be pretty quick. So we're not talking about a lot of sleet or a lot of freezing rain. If we see some freezing rain, it's probably only going to be a couple hundredths of an inch, because I do think it's going to be a quick transition over from snow to rain. But there could be a brief period where we get the sleet and freezing rain in between, a true wintry mix across especially southeastern part of the state, from the Madison area on over to Racine, Kenosha. But again, stressing that in the Racine, Kenosha area, it may end up just staying all rain from the beginning and through tonight. Also, beginning around 10 o'clock this evening, getting breezy across the state as this warm front is lifting over us. Gusts 20, 25 miles per hour. It's going to be staying breezy through the day tomorrow. So let's just skip ahead now through the overnight hours to 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So the morning commute tomorrow. Look how we're really drying out across southern Wisconsin. Now in much of southern Wisconsin, warm enough for just plain rain. But notice, northern half of the state, all snow. And that's where there could still be some pockets of heavy snow. Is mainly going to be around Chippewa Falls, Rhinelander, but actually right now looking pretty good for the morning commute across southern Wisconsin. And notice temperatures have risen even in the northern part of the state as that warm front pushes off to the north, but already by the time we get into the late morning hours tomorrow, see those darker shades of blue showing up around Minneapolis, Chippewa Falls? That's the cold front coming in. So late morning still looking like just isolated activity across southern Wisconsin, but scattered light to moderate snow, particularly across the northwestern part of the state. And I do think this period of scattered light to moderate snow showers is really going to mainly be from the late morning through the late afternoon, starting to the north and west and then sweeping to the south and east. You can kind of see where there's a little bit of a uptick in the activity. Here we are at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So at this point, that's probably when the front, the cold front, in between Janesville, Racine, Kenosha. So a little bit of an uptick activity and may finally change over to snow in the Racine, Kenosha area, where again, it could be rain this whole time until the cold front comes in. And then by the time we get to the evening hours tomorrow, the front will be clear of us. And so then there's just going to be this period of really scattered light snow showers. I don't even think it's going to be any moderate snow. This is going to be really light stuff, but quite a bit of it across the state. And notice even as we get later into the evening, here we are, 11 o'clock tomorrow night, still seeing some activity, but gaps starting to develop. It's going to be isolated snow showers at this point. And we'll probably continue to see these isolated snow showers and flurries, particularly in the eastern part of state. I think the activity is going to come to an end from west to east. Through Thursday night, I think the last of the activity will come to an end early Friday morning. So now the all-important question, how much snow? Well, look at the tight gradient. So Racine, Kenosha, Milwaukee, we're talking about a dusting to 2 inches. And I will say, if we're going to see 2 inches of snow, it's more likely going to be in western Racine County, western Kenosha County versus areas closer to the lake. And then it could be real interesting across Dane County. For Madison, I mean, we're talking the southeastern part of Dane County, probably only seeing around 3 inches, but the northwestern part of Dane County could get up to 5 inches. So probably the most common amount, if we had to pick an average for Madison, looking like around 4 inches. But worth noting that snow will pile up quickly this evening, but then rain is going to come in, and so there is going to be some melting, and then we'll see more snow come in tomorrow. So these are our snow totals, I do have to say, through Thursday night. But the heavy snow is really expected to be during the evening hours through the overnight hours as it spreads from south to north. And then we're looking at light to moderate snow for tomorrow. But notice how the totals continue to climb as you go to the north and west. Portage, 4 to 6 inches. La Crosse, 4 to 6 inches. And it looks like the band of heaviest snow, the highest snow totals, is going to be running from southeast Minnesota across Chippewa Falls, Rhinelander. In that area, we could be seeing 5 to 7 inches of snow.